So we're here again, as we have been. Today's a rough day. It's a challenge. Different kind of rough day than yesterday, I guess. I don't really want to start everything with today's a rough day, but it's either a rough day or there's nothing to talk about. Because who cares, right? I mean, there's nothing interesting going on, so it's not like I have anything fun to talk about ever. Today is rough because since right before I started doing this, I took a break from the Facebook group and creating the Minecraft server. Because I was just very, very overwhelmed, and it felt like just too much crap that I was responsible for. I can barely handle being responsible for a normal everyday life, so I just had way too much on my plate, and that was two things that I didn't need to have. So I basically, scraped them off somewhere else and made them someone else's responsibility. But today I woke up and I was just like, for whatever reason, I don't even know why. I mean, I was feeling good. I've been feeling good for a couple days. And I guess that kind of sparked the whole, at some point I'm going to have to return to doing what I was doing before, which is problematic because right now, as I'm in this recovery mode, the last thing I want to do is to do that. Like, there's a part of me that's ready to give it all up. There's a part of me that's like, it's handled, there are competent people running this stuff, and I don't want to be a part of it anymore. But that's an inaccurate statement, because I do want to be a part of it. I just don't want to be responsible for any of it. Like, I cannot handle the expectations of other people right now in my life, and especially external people, I've always kind of been like that, where I'm not good with external obligation. I'm good with my obligations to my immediate family and to people that I am deeply connected with. But in general, external obligation to anybody else, even if it's someone who I would call a friend, that I really struggle with that external obligation, that the expectation or perceived expectation of other people. So that's one of the things that I've been working on with my mental health. And clearly I am, based on today's experience, nowhere near being well or good or fine with it. I don't know what the terminology would be, I guess. It's a challenge. It's a really big challenge. I worked really hard to build that Facebook group, and I worked really hard for 6 months on that server, but it just got to be to where, I mean, for one, at this point, there's nothing left on the server that I can do that I can't do when the server's open. Like, there's no point. Like, for me at this point, my level of expertise in the development of the server has been expired. Like, there's no point. So it's fine. And I'm not upset about that. Like, I have no problem. I'm just like, whatever. I told my, the person who's helping me to build the server, I told her that, just do what you gotta do. Hire whoever you gotta hire to get this done. There's no hurry. It's not a big deal. We're not in a rush. But I'm done, because there's nothing else for me to contribute that I need to contribute now, right? Like, everything that I can contribute later or from the sidelines. I don't have to be actively participating. And that's the same thing for the Facebook group. The Facebook group has been we just had our 5-year birthday. We have 20,000 members almost. So, I mean, I have a huge staff team. There's literally nothing left that I need to do except for like, oh, I just remembered. There is one thing left that I need to do. I run the monthly contests, which it's just about tomorrow, I think, is the day. So, there isn't much that I need to do, and I can automate a lot of stuff. So, realistically, I don't need to be any more involved than I currently am, but it puts me in this weird place of, today specifically, not most, like the last few days I've been fine, but today I just really feel like I'm wasting my life by not actively participating in things that I've put so much time in. But the truth of the matter is that there's not really anything left for me to do. Like, there's nothing, like, everything's fine without me, so I don't need to even consider going back right now, especially not in an active role. And, but what I do need to do is figure out something to fill the void of insignificance or something. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm doing this. This is fine. This is a thing. I don't know whether it's a useful thing. I don't know. I mean, it's helpful to me. And since I'm not supposed to be assigning meaning, then that's the only thing that matters, right? It doesn't even matter if I post it, then I do. And if I don't, then I don't. And, if you're watching it and you're listening to this, then I did. But only because, what was the question that was posed the other day? Only because, it's a moment that needs to be archived, only because it's a moment that needs to be archived and not because it's a message that needs to be sent out. But then it could be a message that needs to be sent out too. But I'm not allowed to assign meaning because that's part of my process right now. That's part of what we're doing. Learning to have value without productivity or I'm a little emotional today. Well, yeah, I'm a little emotional most days, especially since this stuff has been coming up. I have this little special skill, I guess you could call it, where sometimes if I ask the right question as I'm falling asleep, my brain solves a problem and I can wake up with an answer. It didn't work the last time I tried it, which was just the other day, last couple nights, really. I've been trying, and it hasn't worked. And so the new question is, what am I trying to do? What is this? What is happening? Why am I here? Obviously not physically, but emotionally. Why am I at this level of evolution? What am I supposed to be learning? Where is this going? Who the heck am I? I mean, maybe that's the ultimate question. Maybe that's the question I should be asking. Who am I? Because most of my life has been an exercise in keeping the peace. But it's keeping the peace for everyone else, not for myself. So, that's probably maybe more accurately the question I should be asking. See, wow, this self-talk therapy really helps. Talking to myself is very helpful. You should try it sometime. Sit down with your camera. Start talking to yourself. With or without, without the expectation of posting, but with the knowledge that maybe you need to post it. Oh my goodness, I'm a crybaby today. This morning, it's morning. It's not night. It's morning and I'm a little bit emotional. Interesting. It's an interesting thought to think that I've never really thought about. So that's good. That's good. We're getting somewhere. Who am I? It's a very good question. Who are you? Has anybody ever asked you that? Who are you? Outside of the things that you do and the expectations you fulfill of other people. Outside of your labels, like mom or man or woman or gay or straight. Outside of your labels, who are you? If there were no labels, who would you be? If there were no labels, who would you be? I think that's a good one. I'm wondering if my little sleep solving skill can solve that for me. Probably not. You know, more than 40 years of this, and I'm pretty sure that I can't solve it in a single night. But you know, that's the whole point of this break. That's the whole reason that I took the time that I took. That's the whole reason that I said, you guys are in charge. I trust you. Take this and run with it. Because it's about me. And me thinking about going back, especially in an active role, is thinking about them. And this is my time to be selfish. This is my time to figure out the life that I want to have. Because my labels, excuse me, my labels are almost expired. You know, my son is a teenager. He'll be a grown adult soon. It won't be my problem to make sure that he's making good decisions. You know, it will be up to him to take what he's learned and do his best. And the best that I could ever hope is that he asks me for advice and that and he takes it if I give it to him. You know, so maybe that's what this is. Maybe it's a process of realizing that my things are needing to change because they are inevitably going to change. And then I wonder, is this a normal, like, do people always go through this? Or is this like uniquely based on my neurodivergence or my trauma experiences? Is it normal? Like, I mean, I don't care if it's normal, but I'm curious if it is, because if everybody experiences this, then why isn't it something we talk about? Or is it something that people are experiencing, but they aren't sure how to put it into words? Do other people struggle with understanding who they are outside of the labels that they have been assigned or have assigned to themselves? Because right now, I don't really know if I know who I am, and I don't really know if I know what I want. I mean, like, I know the basics. I know that I want to be happy, and I want to have a safe and stable place to live. I know that I want my children to be happy and safe and stable. I know that I want peace. And I know that I want to be free of the perceived expectations of other people. I want to not put so much weight on what I think other people think. It's just kind of mind-boggling to think that for most of my life, I have not been allowed, or allowed myself. I've not been allowed by others, and I have not allowed myself to just exist. I think our society doesn't really allow people to just exist. I think that there's too much push for productivity. There's too much drive to success. There's too much emphasis put on getting to the next place, and not nearly enough emphasis put on just being where we are. And so I think that's, my lesson for today is that I need to recenter my focus. And I need to make sure that I am where I am. I am where I am. I need to stay where I am. I need to not be in the tomorrow or in the yesterday. I need to stay within myself. I need to think about my personal expectations for myself rather than the expectations of others. So, there's that. Anyway, so that's today. That's great. We're going to have a great day. It's going to be fine. I always have to just take a few minutes every morning and do this, and then I feel better, and it gives me the right track to follow throughout the day, which I never expected. Talking to my camera was going to be the solution. But I had to do something, so I tried. Here we are. Or here I am. Maybe we're here, because I don't know if I'm posting this. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I kind of feel like I should, but I'm not sure why. Either way, welcome to my world. Yeah. Thanks for listening.